So, hey Aries, my name is Chris, and this is your beautiful reading for 2026, fall and winter. Pretty much the second half of 2026, the outgoing year of the big transformative year. There is the Eight of Pentacles, and there's the Hierophant. You're working on some sort of spiritual mastership, or your work has something to do with spiritual mastership. Let's just find out what this is all about. There is... You're finishing something up. You're bringing something to closure. Two of Cups and the Five of Wands. And what else we got? The Six of Wands. That's beautiful. Chariot, Victory March. How much do we got? Two more and we're done. The Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. So joy, happy, celebration, right? Something is coming together. Underneath that, there is the Three of Pentacles working together with good people. So what's happening, right? There is an entire series of wands. The Four of Wands, an invitation from the universe, right? Something is happening, right? Invitation. Go there. There's the Five of Wands. Whatever struggle you encounter, it's nothing serious. There's the Six of Wands, Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Wands. So it's just a strike, right? Easy energy, no serious obstacles, and the Victory March. The basis of it all is that you know where you're going, that you know what you want in life. In pretty much 2026 second half, we are laying the foundation for the next 19 years. If you count 2026, it's the next 20 years. Pluto, Aquarius, that's the foundation. So where are you going? But I feel like you know where you're going and you're arriving there pretty quickly. Super supportive energy from the universe. There's the Knight of Swords. You're really going into your direction where you want to go. Chariot is here. Eight of Pentacles. You're working on that, which is important for you, what you want to create. And you're not doing this alone. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups, and underneath that there's the Three of Pentacles. So support, totally support from the universe. But I feel like you're supporting yourself. You know exactly where you're going, what you want, but you have to show up for it, right? So you have to put in the work. You have to be a little disciplined. And the center of it all is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is someone who learned a spiritual lesson. What is this lesson about? There's one card that I'm holding in my hand. That is the Two of Cups. That is pretty much the key. And the sign that the Hierophant is making, I'm not sure if you can see that. That's the victory sign, right? That's duality. And that's the sign of the Hierophant. So two aspects coming together. And you got the Two of Cups here. With the Hierophant, that's pretty much the center and the key to it all. Meaning that you should stop trying to change other people. You should stop trying to save the world, save other people. You don't have anything to prove. It's freaking hot in here. But try to be at peace. Find your inner peace. Rest within yourself. Center of your entire reading. Two cards, you know, the Hierophant. If you look at that card, there's that sign. Two become one. That's the Hierophant. And there's the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is not the lovey-dovey thing. We're not the lovers here. We're kind of fire and water. We're two aspects that are in the world. Integration and negation, right? Destruction and construction. Building something up, creating something, and destroying something. Entropy and syntropy, whatever you want, these two go together, whether you like it or not. And, you know, I'm no longer in my 20s. Maybe you are young and beautiful, but I'm feeling it. I'm getting older, right? I'm beyond 40. Can I say that? Yeah, that's how it is, right? So that's just how nature is, right? Things go up and things go down, and you get older, and you just have to deal with the world as it is, no wishful thinking. And I feel like that is the wisdom of the Hierophant in this context, in your reading. Just accept the things that you cannot change. And spoiler alert, spoiler alert, you cannot change other people ever, right? Don't even try. And this is sometimes hard. Synchlotron, that's joyful loving creation, basically, which is the main topic for 2026 in general, especially the second half, especially for Pluto in Aquarius the next 19 years. What are you working on? Make sure that inner peace is the most important thing. And if you're not arguing with what is, if you're not, constantly in anger or in frustration, if you just be grateful for what you've got and accept that there are antagonistic, toxic, narcissistic people in this world, you don't need to allow them into your sacred space. Be very careful who you let into your space. And then you just work, Eight of Pentacles, on that, what makes sense to you. And I feel like this working thing that you create for yourself could be a career, could be a business, right? It is totally inspired by the center of it all, Two of Cups and the Hierophant. So as long as it makes sense for you, as long as it is not just checking boxes on your CV or doing something because it pays well or doing something because it looks good on your CV, or mommy and daddy are proud of you if you get this job or go into this career. Make sure it has something to do with your inner core, with your inner spirituality. It needs to have meaning for you. And then by all means, go for it, right? And with the Two of Wands here, I feel like you already know what it is. And you just go into that direction. Maybe you have to wrap up some old chapter. Maybe you have to take care of the debris of an old relationship or of an old career or something like that. You do that with the Ten of Wands, but fairly quickly you already know where you're going and you go into that direction full speed. You know everything about it, so you can confidently go into that direction. Just make sure it is meaningful to you and you love to do it. It has something to do with the core of who you truly are. Not just for show, not just for career, not just for making someone else proud, external recognition or something like that. And if you rest in that inner peace, in that joy, there's an invitation from the universe. And there is this emphasis here that whatever, as long as you keep your inner core intact, as long as you keep your inner peace, right, intact, take good care of your inner peace, protect your inner peace. But as long as you do that, nobody can phase you. Nobody can play you. Nobody can trick you. Every obstacle is totally, you can handle that, right? It's the Five of Wands, it's not the Five of Swords. So no big deal obstacles, but easy to overcome. And it ends with the Victory March, Six of Wands. And let's not forget, there are so many people who are cheering you on. You might not even see them, but they're giving you support, they're loving you. Synchlotron, I can't pronounce that, but I'm using this to get some air here because it's freaking hot. And of course, I'm living under the roof, right? So, joyful loving creation, even if it comes to your career, even if it comes to relationship, the most important relationship that you will ever have is the relationship with yourself. There's the Sun card. Are you kidding me? That's beautiful. What else we got? Yeah, there's the Tower and the Ten of Wands. So you're wrapping something up. There's an old chapter. It's just this little card in your recent past that you're coming from. So you're wrapping something up. something probably in last 9 years, something collapsed or something was just, it was not in your highest interest. It was not an expression of your true self. So it needed to go, and you're kind of wrapping this up. But as soon as you did that, there's the High Priestess. And I would even put the High Priestess to your Eight of Pentacles, because, you know, you work on something that is meaningful to you. And the best guide for meaningful work or meaningful life is to keep that connection open to your subconsciousness and to your intuition. Breathwork and meditation. 10 seconds in, 20 seconds out. 7 seconds in, 14 seconds out, you get the idea. The out breath 2 times instead of the in breath. Do that for 5 minutes every day. Combine that with meditation, and you got something going, right? And this is how you cultivate your inner peace. It's how you take care of it. Release negativity to breathwork, and then sitting with yourself. There's the Fool card. There's a new beginning here, and you already know where you're going. Beautiful. Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is also, kind of the Four of Wands is clarified by the Four of Wands. This is also an indication that it is time to take life a little less serious. Interesting with the Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. Remembering joy brings you your victory march. 6 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. If you look outside, right? If you watch the news, there's a lot of drama. There are toxic people everywhere. So you can spend your entire life in the comment section of some news outlet and debate other people, or get really angry, or worry about this or that. If you just make sure that you're in inner peace, meditation, breath work, and work on that which is meaningful to you. Doesn't need to be grandiose or anything, right? You don't need to show anything. You don't need to prove anything. You just do something that brings you joy and happiness in alignment with the core of your being. And, you know, maybe you're coming from some sort of dark night of the soul, but this is over. There's the victory march. And any obstacle that you encounter, you're wrapping something up, an old chapter of your life. In 2026, we are in this transition where we coming from that 9-year cycle that is closing, and we're opening a new chapter, a new 9-year cycle, but also a pretty much 19-year cycle or 20-year cycle. That's Pluto in Aquarius. Make sure joy is part of that. And that's all I got. Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. There's the yearly reading that I'm going to link at the end of this video. And check out your sun, moon, and rising, and hopefully see you next time. Now, Badaya. Ciao.